Andrew Allison is head of campaigns at the PopCons, Popular Conservatism, and joins me now. Andrew, good to talk to you again.
Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon. This is, some would argue, a point of law in the United Kingdom. Obviously, many people will have different views on it. The verdict is going to be handed down on Friday. Some would say, what's it got to do with the Americans?
Yeah, well, I'd rather agree with that, and I wish the Americans hadn't got involved in this. We don't tend to tell the Americans what to do in their own country, and usually, the president or the vice president of the United States wouldn't really be interfering in domestic politics in the UK. So yeah, huge part of me says that. But at the same time, I really do think that they have a point, particularly in this case. I mean, these buffer zones are 150 metres away from any abortion clinics. Now, if protesters are standing outside those clinics, they're hurling abuse at women, they're threatening them, then of course something should be done. They should be arrested. I don't have an issue with that. But this particular lady, I mean, she is literally just holding up a sign that's saying, if you'd like to talk, I'm here. And by inference, is saying if you do. By inference, is saying if you don't want to talk, I'm not forcing you to.
I totally get that. Similarly, I'm just playing devil's advocate here by saying that if you're going for an abortion, which is in the case of about 1 in 4 conceptions end up with the fetus being aborted. If you're in that situation, you're probably going to be quite distressed. It's not going to be something that you're necessarily have planned to do. It is something, I know people who've been through abortions. It is not a pleasant experience by any stretch of the imagination. It is not something that a lot of people feel they want to do. It's something they feel they have to do necessarily. I totally get people who are anti-abortion. I totally think that a lot of people are vilified for simply saying it shouldn't happen. I don't want it ever to happen, but if it does happen, it should happen legally and safely. The point is, though, that if you are holding up a sign saying here to talk, well, clearly you are against what's happening in the abortion clinic. You're not saying that what's happening in the abortion clinic is correct. So even though the threat is negligible, you're not threatening anybody, you're not being horrible or nasty in any way. In fact, you're being probably very compassionate. You're nonetheless breaching that buffer zone, are you not?
It's been a number of years since I last discussed this, but I do remember reading at the time, maybe about 3-4 years ago, where some women have said that they didn't feel threatened at all by some of these people standing very peacefully outside. Others have said they have had a chat and they've changed their minds. So it can go either way. It's not threatening behaviour, so therefore I don't feel that the people should be prevented from the right to well, not even protest really. It's just saying if you'd like a chat, we're happy to have one. Yes, of course, it's going to be from one particular point of view. I accept that, but I don't see there's anything really wrong with that.
But if you're, you're clearly, though, sorry to sort of ask the question again, I suppose, Andrew, but you're clearly against the abortion clinic being there, and the point is, if you're a protester against this, there is a buffer zone in terms of any sort of protest, even the most peaceful, straightforward protest in the world. You're nonetheless breaching that buffer zone, are you not?
Yeah, but people are being arrested, and you know this, Peter, because I no doubt you will have covered it. People have been arrested for simply standing there. They haven't said a word.
But it's a legal buffer zone. The point is, it's a legal buffer zone.
Yeah, it's a legal buffer zone against what? Yes, against some form of protest. That's what the law states at the moment. But because you've covered this before, I'm sure, Peter, the people have been arrested simply standing there. They haven't held a sign up in their hands. They've been accused of praying.
So we've
had police accusing people of praying. Yeah.
No, I totally agree with you, and people shouldn't be arrested for that. Livia Tosici-Bolt has got this fixed penalty notice. Do you think she should pay it? It's
completely up to her. I'm not her lawyer. I'm not here to offer her legal advice. It's completely up to her. But I personally feel that she really hasn't done anything wrong. I do understand the sensitivities around this, but I think she's done this in a very generous and in a very kind way. She hasn't been threatening anyone. She hasn't been hurling abuse. And for me, that's a perfectly legal thing for her to do.
Well, we'll see what happens on Friday. Thanks for your thoughts on that, Andrew. I appreciate that. Andrew Allison there is head of campaigns for the PopCons for Popular Conservatism.
Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed that, please give it a like and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. More details about us can be found on our website, popularconservatism.com, and you can also follow us on social media. Details about that can be found in the notes below.